Hey Scorpios, and welcome. This is my first one sign reading, and I'm doing it for the Scorpios because I missed your birthday, and also I'm a big fan of Scorpios. You guys are intense and wild and crazy, but I appreciate it. I appreciate your passion. I appreciate your intensity. My immediate family, I have a Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, and a Scorpio rising. So I grew up with Scorpios, surrounded by them. Honestly, I terrorized my family growing up, so it was best suited for me to have a family of Scorpios because you guys are one of the few people that can handle my bullshit. So a lot of love for you guys. I also have Pluto in my 5th house, which means guys I date tend to be Scorpios, Scorpio-esque. Both good and bad. I've had very bad encounters, and I have had encounters with great guys. I don't want them around me anymore, but I wish them well. So all signs have their dark side. Scorpios just tend to rule the house of death and transformation, and hidden secrets. So you guys tend to be a little bit darker and spookier. So for you guys, we're using my spooky deck, and I got the Rebel deck. That's a little vulgar, so if you're offended by cursing, you should just unfollow me on everything because I enjoy cursing. I feel like it adds flavor. I'm a big fan. I don't understand the offense. I mean, cursing at me, it's one thing, but if you're just cursing to just pepper it in, who cares? It's my stance. So if you have an issue with it, I'm not the reader for you. All right, so we're just gonna do some oracle decks, see the general vibes, and then we'll do tarot. Yeah, wonderful. Let's do it. Restore and replenish. Visions of life beyond death. That's very fitting for a Scorpio. In the world, not of the world. Okay. Sacred Fool. Restore and replenish. Okay. Restore and replenish. So I've kind of been feeling that energy after that new moon. I had planned to do, and I might do it today, I wanted to do like a general energy read, but then like my energy was just very much like, take it easy, spend some time by yourself, get my house in order. Been trying to like go through and find stuff to donate, stuff that I don't wear, stuff that doesn't fit me anymore. So I've kind of been like in that energy, and it seems like a lot of people that I know are too. It's like kind of like you kind of feel like something big's about to happen, but it's not here yet, and it's kind of dragging. So you're just kind of like, okay, well, let me clean my house in the meantime, type energy. So restore and replenish. The time for rest, the time for getting your energy right. It is the time where before something major happens, you need to kind of rest and really think about what you want. Like, you know, if you're trying to manifest like a relationship or a change in career, like it's time to kind of think about, is that really what you want? Are you really ready for a relationship, especially as a Scorpio, because you guys are very intense, so you don't take relationships lightly at all. What is going on under? Sorry, it's kicking something. Or like a job change, like is that job going to eat into your personal time? Is that something that you're ready to do? Are you ready to take on that responsibility? It's kind of like that type of like prepping mentally and physically, like taking time to rest, take care of yourself type energy. Visions of life beyond death. With the owl and the peacock here. I know the peacock, owls are about like wisdom, inner wisdom. Peacocks are about, oh, there's a crow there too. An owl is like inner wisdom, ancient wisdom, universal truths to me. A peacock is like originality, being yourself, you know, like where they call it like peacocking when you're trying to like stand out to get like attention of the opposite sex. It's kind of like following your inner truth, connecting to like the universal truths of the world. With the peacock, like accepting who you are and not being afraid to show who you are. The crow is all about magic for me, magical energy coming in. And then with visions of life beyond death, it's also a 4-4 card. 4 is like foundations. It's fourth house is like the bottom of your charts, foundations. It's Cancer, ruled by Cancer. So you're like, with visions, you're receiving downloads, maybe communication from, with life beyond death, communication from ancestors, maybe family members on the other side. Can you hear that stampeding? I think that they do this on purpose. It's like anytime I start talking, they just stomp. It's so rude. Anyway, receiving downloads. Also, like, overcoming fears, like life beyond death is kind of like knowing that there is life beyond death. Like, this lifetime is not the like you need to live in the here and now. You chose this lifetime for a reason. You chose to learn these lessons for a reason. But understanding that like you've had many lifetimes before this, like there's a possibility that you'll have many after, depending on where you are in your soul evolution. So kind of seeing that like this lifetime is more of like less like taking your day-to-day stuff so seriously and realizing that like you can like play. Like once you kind of understand the law of attraction, understand like manifesting, you can kind of play with your world a little bit more, you know? You can like start to try to manifest things into your life, small things, to see how they work. You can start to look around and like realize how things are connected. This is kind of like a coming out of being bogged down by day-to-day stuff and realizing that there's like a greater purpose, connecting to your spirit guide, your ancestors, your past loved ones, coming into who you are, accepting who you are, and like seeing that there's a lot more to life than like day-to-day bullshit type energy. Within the world, not of the world. This is like a card of connection. Like you're a part of the world, you know, like animals, nature, it's not like separate from you. Like you're part, you're a living, breathing organism in this biome that's like, you know, like you cohabitate, you co-create. So this is really like, it feels like the type of energy where somebody's just kind of like, it's like, again, like I feel like a lot of my readings are kind of like similar, and it's because as a soul collective, people are in similar spots right now, but it's very much like an awakening, like taking care of yourself, resting, like kind of like awakening to who you are and what you want to do and your purpose in this lifetime, but also like maybe your purpose like over many lifetimes. And kind of like seeing the world as like a little bit magical again, like, you know, like noticing your connection with animals, noticing like the way that like sometimes like, you know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like, have you ever just been, I grew up in the country, and I spent a lot of my time as a kid by myself. I used to climb trees, like pine trees. I would climb up to like 20 feet up in the air. I was not supervised. I would climb up by myself to the point where like the tree would start to like, you know, waver, and I would just kind of sit up there for for hours and like listened to the way that like the wind like whistled through the trees, and it just felt very like calm and very like the wind almost spoke to me type thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes like I'll just be outside or like be out in nature and you just get like that like very like calm feeling, like everything's gonna be okay, like kind of like, not like you feel small, but like you just kind of like things feel like put in perspective. Like sometimes people get that feeling when they're by the ocean, like, you know, like in comparison to like the whole world, I'm just a very like small individual, but not feeling like defeated by that, but feeling like, you know, like kind of sheltered, like protected in a way, if that makes any sense. And then Sacred Fool, this came out in the first reading I ever did on this channel. But I think last time I picked up on the fact that there was like a puppet there. But this does feel like a card of, the image on the card feels like someone is performing for other people and they're not really happy, because they're not really expressing who they are. They're kind of putting on a show for other people, is what I get from this card. But Sacred Fool, I get more like beginner's luck, kind of, you know, like taking a leap, taking a chance on something, and like that like beginner's luck, like I don't know. Like just like going for it, like not getting in your head about like this is what I have to do and it has to be this way and it has to be perfect. Just like, you know, like fuck it, let's do it. Like let's just go for it type of energy. Okay. This one came out. I don't know if it's supposed to go with, this is just in general because I didn't say under, restore, and replenish. Okay, first card, fuck fear. It will lie to your face. So somebody is like overcoming fears. I'm just gonna take that for the Sacred Fool because I didn't really clarify and I was talking about that card in a moment. Okay. Can I get one more, please? These are on both sides, so I have to have them pop. I don't, because if I pull from the top, then I'm choosing, you know. Okay. So with restore and replenish, it came, get the fuck out of your head, get in your heart, it misses you. So this is kind of like, I take this as like your current energy. You were in your head, you were dealing with some fear of making like a big change, taking like a leap of faith with the Fool card. But now you're getting out of your head and you're connecting more to your heart, and you're taking time to like restore and replenish, like connect to that part of yourself, like getting away from all the noise so that you can connect to like who you are and what you want. And then with the visions of life beyond death, it says take a fucking trip. Go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. So yeah, like opening yourself up to like new experiencing, opening yourself up to like new wisdom coming to you, trying to discover who you are with the crow, like magical new beginnings. Like you're kind of like realizing that you were like stuck in one place that wasn't really representative of who you are or what you want. You were just there out of fear, and you're coming out of that. And then in the world, not of the world, it says you're giving away your power. You're a badass, act like it. So with these cards, I don't really, like the Rebel deck cards that are coming out, I don't really see these as like, I see these as precursors almost to like the Sacred Rebels, the other cards I'm using. Because this is like, you've gotten out of your head and now you're resting. With the take a trip, like you've talked to people, you've been talking to your spirit guides, you are connecting more to like who you actually want to be, like opening your mind up a little bit, and that is what is like driving this visions of life beyond death. You're like starting to realize that there's more to life than this like day-to-day life I was stuck in that wasn't really what I wanted to do. And then in the world, not of the world, giving your power away, you're a badass, act like it. This is kind of like, you realized this, and now you're kind of realizing that like, hey, like I'm an important part of this world. I'm not just like here to exist and to just get by until I die. Like I actually have a purpose here. I have stuff to do. Like I'm connected to all of these people. I'm connected to these animals. I'm connected to nature. Like I have an important role to play, and the way that I act and the way that I behave and the way that I conduct myself throughout this lifetime affects everyone that I come in into contact with throughout my life. You know, I can be a positive influence, or I can be like a jerk that's too wrapped up in their own stuff. And you kind of realize that like you were giving your power away to other things. You were allowing yourself to feel defeated, and like you weren't important because you were giving that personal power away to other people or situations that you felt like were out of your control, when really it was under your control the whole time. You just weren't making an effort to change it. You didn't have that courage to change because you were stuck in a fear mindset. But now you're like realizing like, hey, I am a badass. I am powerful. You're taking your power back. That's what I get from this. And we will do some tarot now to see where you guys are. I like to do the general energy read, but I kind of think that I want to do like, I don't know, maybe I'll start doing like short individual signs, or I just do tarot and then I do like an overall energy read. We'll see. I need to plan it somehow. I want to be able to do like all signs. What if like, because I kind of wore like the black in my Scorpio shirt and did darker makeup. I tried to do lashes and I was having trouble with them, so then I was just like, screw them. I'm not doing them. So if it looks like I don't have eyelashes, I do. They're just not as long as fake eyelashes. It would be kind of fun to do a reading for every sign and then kind of like dress with my interpretation of that reading. I mean, not that reading, that sign. Maybe, we'll see. Okay. Where are the Scorpios? What do we need to know? I'll do love. Trying to see, should I just do an overall? Yeah, because I just did the like, where are they, where are you? Okay, where are Scorpios in their love life? What do we need to know, Spirit? Okay, first couple of cards. How many is this? 4, we'll take them. The World. Saturn, completion of karma, completion of cycles. Strength card. This is Leo. Overcoming obstacles, taming your ego, taming that ego beast that controlled you before. You're finding the strength to overcome these cycles you've been stuck in. Starman, this is the Magician. It's Mercury. Manifesting, 7 of Wands. Overcoming obstacles also can be like being blocked. Let's see, can we do one more? Queen of Cups. So this is Cancer. This is a feminine water sign energy. Could be connecting with a Cancer or just any water sign. So the first up is the World. Let's see. I'll show you all of them. Strength is a Leo card. You got the Magician. Starman is the Magician. 7 of Wands. Queen of Cups. Okay, so you're completing cycles. These are karmic cycles that you were stuck in. You're overcoming your ego. You're realizing where you are limiting yourself with your ego desires, with your pride, with trying to impress other people. You're overcoming that now. you want to end these cycles and really step into your power, and you're trying to manifest a new life that's more in alignment with what you actually want. With the Seven of Wands, you're overcoming obstacles. And with the Queen of Cups, you're following your intuition on how to do this. I'm going to do another tarot deck, and then I'll probably do Island Oracle. Okay, why is the world here? Seven of Swords, so you're escaping things. Also, with the Seven of Swords is lies, cheating, being betrayed. I was going to do another, but I'll do the Island Wellness. Yeah, so you were in a cycle of betrayal, maybe self-betrayal. Maybe not being honest with people about who you really are. Maybe there was some cheating. Seven of Swords is also like trying to like escape situations quietly in the night, sneaking away. So there may have been some people or situations you felt kind of stuck in and it wasn't going anywhere. It's creating a lot of conflict, so you're just kind of like trying to like move away from that. You're trying to kind of like sneak away from those people, get away from that negativity, because you want to complete those cycles in your life. You're kind of done living that life. You're done living in lies, basically, and betraying yourself and who you really are. Yeah, with the Strength is the Ace of Swords. So like you're having clarity now. You're having clarity that you need to overcome. You were stuck in your ego. You were stuck in this cycle of not being true to yourself and to being dishonest with other people about who you really were and what you wanted. And you're having clarity of what you need to cut out of your life, because you want to have like a new beginning that's based in truth, that's based in who you really are, and you want victory because the sword's up. This could also be speaking your truth to somebody. With the Starman, the Magician, Six of Cups. So you're trying to manifest a reunion with somebody. Six of Cups is a soulmate card. It's nostalgia, looking back. You could be looking back on your times with somebody, realizing that they do have a great importance in your life, that they are your soulmate, they are someone that you want to reconnect with, and you're trying to manifest this coming back together. That's too many. Jeez. Trying to give me a stack. Can we, thank you. Seven of Wands to the Eight of Wands. You may have been blocked in communication with the Seven of Wands, but you're trying to overcome obstacles, because Seven wants to go to the Eight. So you're trying to overcome obstacles in your life so that you can move forward. Eight of Wands is a card of communication. It's text messages, online dating. It's also like, because the wands are like communication, so it's like rapid communication, and it's wanting things to move quickly. So you're kind of done with whatever cycle you're in, and I'll use the Island Wellness to kind of get more into that energy. Whatever cycle you're stuck in, you're like over it, want nothing to do with it. You've overcome that situation and you're cutting things out, and you're trying to do this quickly because you're like, I know for certain now that's not what I want anymore. And I'm ready for this new beginning. So you're like trying to quickly overcome these obstacles because you want a reuniting with your soulmate. And with Queen of Cups, the Empress. So with this combination, I'm going to take it as there's some type of, this could either be you or someone that you're trying to connect with. Queen of Cups is someone that's very loving. She's intuitive. She's kind of like knows what her partner needs and wants to care for him or her. It's very like nurturing card. And then with Empress, Empress is the higher 5D feminine. So she's the divine feminine. She's the ultimate feminine energy. So she's very alluring, she's very sexy, she is in her power, she knows what she wants, and the Empress just sits back because masculine energy pursues. The Emperor is her counterpart, he is the hunter, so he pursues. The Empress is feminine energy is receptive, so she is in her power and she is just sitting back and waiting for things to come to her, and they're coming fast with the Eight of Wands. Okay. Why is the World in Seven of Wands? I mean, Seven of Swords. Did it flip? Or did it think about flipping and then it didn't? Yeah, someone's heartbroken. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So there was some type of cheating, some type of betrayal with this combination. Someone was lying, someone wasn't being honest, someone was maybe had multiple affairs going on, but that was a Saturn challenge, and that cycle is completing now. That's a karmic cycle. But someone's feeling really sad and lost. With the breakup, this couple is obviously, I mean, with the Six of Cups, someone's wanting to reunite, or obviously not together right now, but there was betrayal in the relationship. Someone wasn't being honest, and it caused a lot of pain. It caused the ultimate breakup. Ultimately caused the breakup. With the Strength and Ace of Swords, wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Someone wants to overcome that cycle because they're having clarity now that it was their pride, their ego was getting in the way, that this is like an everlasting love. This is the person that they want to be with. And tapping into a similar energy with the water sign reading. I believe marriage came up in that one too. So this is the person that you're meant to marry, and having clarity with that, you're realizing what you need to cut out. You're realizing that you do need to overcome your pride, overcome your ego that was keeping you from really giving your all in this relationship. With Magician and Six of Cups. Why is this here, Spirit? Grim Reaper, the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. This is screams Scorpio to me. Let me do one more. I don't want to leave it at the relationship is over. Can I get another card, please, Scorpio? Okay, that was too many. Okay. Keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So with this combination, somebody was cheating with multiple partners. They weren't being honest. There was betrayal going on, and with the keys on the ring, it was more than likely someone was being a player, someone was cheating, and that caused the relationship to end. The relationship was over because someone was stringing someone else along, and had multiple people that they were not being honest about with the Seven of Swords. But with this combination, they're trying to manifest the relationship back now. They're having clarity that you're the one that they want, you're the one they want to marry. They're really heartbroken right now, and having clarity that it's something that they need to overcome, that it was their shit that was causing them to act that way, and it was really just an ego thing. My hair's crazy. So they're feeling sad, they're feeling lost right now because of their poor actions, basically. With the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Can I get one more, please, Spirit? What is this combination here? Why is the Seven of Wands here with the Eight of Wands? Copycat, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. So someone was stuck in outdated thinking. And they're kind of like repeating stuff that happened in the relationship and realizing where their thought process was incorrect. They may have had toxic relationships in the past, may have, you know, not really had real love and healthy relationships modeled to them. So they were misinterpreting things that were happening in the relationship, and it was causing them to not take the relationship seriously, to not treat the other person fairly, to not show love. These were blocks with the Seven of Wands. These were obstacles in the relationship, was the outdated thinking and cycles. And then with the Eight of Wands, coffee cup, meeting and conversing, this person wants to like talk. They want to come clean, work things out. With Queen of Cups and the Empress. Why is this combination here, Spirit? Oof, that's way too many. There's a lot of energy in the cards today. Love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Still too many. Relationship evolving to the next level, healing inner child growth. Someone wants to confess their love. They want to evolve this relationship. It's been at a stalemate. It's been over. This is a relationship that's been over because one person cheated, lied, had multiple people. With Queen of Cups, they're realizing how like loving you were, how much you tried to make the relationship work, how you really saw who they were, because Queen of Cups, water sign, intuitive, like you guys know, you're Scorpios, and water signs are better at picking up on someone's true self, true emotions. We can kind of see through other people's bullshit. So this person really saw you, they really appreciated you, they really took care of you, and you took advantage of that because you had multiple people. You had outdated thinking where you maybe had some thought in your head that all women are, I got a text message, all women are liars, you know, like maybe you've been cheated on by other people in the past and now you cheat because like you feel like it's just a power play, but this person, you're realizing now this person really did care for you and they really were just being honest and trying to be there for you, and that they are the ideal person for you, and you want to repair things now. You're realizing that you needed to overcome your pride and ego. You need to end these cycles of not being honest. And it kind of took the relationship ending to realize that. So, yep, that's what I'm getting. That's the energy I'm picking up on. So I will see you guys in a couple of days with another water sign reading. But yeah, bye Scorpios.